Alright, so today's lazy meal, we're going to do barbecue, North Carolina style. So what we have in front of you are 2 Boston butts. You can also get Boston butts or the pork shoulder. The pork shoulders are usually a little larger, but they have more bone inside them. The Boston butts give you a little more meat. Certain people have their own preferences. I usually go with what's on sale. Around here we can usually get the Boston butts on sale for $1 a pound. So I usually wait till I can find several of them and keep them in the freezer and then smoke several of them at a time. So what you need to do, if you have it frozen, is let it come to a complete thaw. And then I like to season them. You want to put a good rub on it so they get lots of flavor when you cook them. I found this Cajun Rub that I really like, but there's all kinds and it's kind of a personal preference. Find out what you like and use it. So all we have to do is just shake, 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 center around, shake your body around, shake, 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 center around. Or you know, whatever your favorite shaking song is. Put a lot on. Cover all of it. Make everything nice and happy. If you happen to have any tips for how to make this come out faster, other than taking the whole thing off, because I would make a giant mess doing that, let me know. Also, what I'm doing as I shake is I'm kind of rubbing it in to get it to stay on there and to make my hand smell better later. So we hope to bring you a series of easy meals because we're getting ready to go for a week-long trip to Fort Wilderness Campground and Resort at Disney World. And while we're there, we don't want to spend a lot of time cooking. So we're hoping to do a lot of prep and eat meals that will make it easy. One of them probably will serve lots of lunch, will be barbecue sandwiches. And maybe some other barbecue meals. We'll see. Now we're going to cover them, put them in the fridge overnight. Alright, so now we're going to take it and put it in the fridge and let it sit overnight, and then in the morning we'll get it out and throw it on the smoker. Okay, so yesterday we rubbed the meat
We got the seasoning all in. And today we pulled it back out of the freezer after sitting overnight, and we're getting ready to throw it on the smoker. I got the smoker going and warming up and getting up to speed. So we are just going to talk about a couple of things first. To do this, what you need is a meat thermometer. So there's several different kinds. This here is a cheap one. It came from Walmart. It's under 20 bucks. It's instant read. You can stick it in there and tell you what it is or what the temperature is. The disadvantage to this is you have to open the grill or the smoker and get the temperature, and that loses heat. What I got as a Christmas present that I really like to use is the Meter Plus. What this is, it's an internal probe. It's Bluetooth. It helps get the right temperature. You never have to open the smoker to check on it. You just put it on there and forget about it until the app tells you it's done. So this is the app that comes with it. When you get ready to cook something, you go in the app and ask you what you want to cook. So we're cooking ports. We're cooking a roast. If I can click it, we're clicking a pork butt. Okay, and it comes up and tells you, hey, this is, the temperature you want it. We're going for pulled pork, which is still the same, 200 to 205. So it's, giving you the recommendation of 203, which is right in the middle. So we'll go with that. When you're ready, click start. And it even gives you a video and tells you how to insert the meat probe, which includes put the pointy in. So, and it shows you where you put the base to repeat it. Okay, so we're going over here. These were both the same. So we're going to put the probe in. And there's a little line on there. It wants you to push it up until that point. And now as you see, now that it's in there, you can see it's like, okay, the internal temperature is 42. I'm out in the camper with no heat on, so it's a little colder out here at the 59 ambient temperature. And the target shows you where you want to go. As it starts cooking, it will estimate and tell you how long it has. So we're going to take this outside and throw it on the smoker. Okay, now that we've magically teleported outside, we're at the smoker. And as you can see, it's up to 200 degrees. But for the pork butt, you want to keep the temperature low and slow. So it'll cook probably until 8 or 9 hours or so to get it to the right temperature. So what we're going to do, open it up and put the butts on there. All right, so we're going to make some barbecue sauce for our butts that are sitting out on the smoker. So we're going to start with 2.5 cups apple cider vinegar. Give or take, somewhere close to there. And next, we're going to add 1/2 cup of ketchup. If I can get this little thing off the top of the ketchup bottle. Close enough. Okay, now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar.
Okay, next we have a tablespoon of hot sauce. I like Texas Pete. And a little extra, won't hurt anybody. Give it a little extra kick. Then we want 4 teaspoons of salt, give or take. Okay. 4 teaspoons red pepper flakes. And here, if you like it a little hotter, just add some more. Now I'm going to go ahead and add 5. Okay. And now, final bit is we're going to add some of the, whatever you use for rub when making the rub. I use this Cajun spice. So we're going to add a little bit of it. I'm going to go with about 2 teaspoons. Okay. That's it. All we have to do, stir it up. And try not to make a mess. While you stir, you'll get all that seasoning that tried to escape. Put it back down and make a bigger mess. Stir slowly. And that's it. This is my version of North Carolina barbecue sauce. Okay. And now what I do is I keep a milk jug. Actually, it's a tea jug from Bojangles Big Bow Box. And using a funnel, I just pour it in there. And you see there's a little bit left. So I'm going to grab the spoon and rake it in. And you can see there's a little bit left in our funnel. So I'm just going to pour some more vinegar in there. Kind of hard to do one-handed. I'm holding the camera with the other. Okay. And I think it makes about 3.5, 4 cups. So I'm going to make a little more just to have some extra. Okay, so now that I went ahead and made another recipe, so to give me twice as much. And what we want to do now, it's always a good thing, just shake it up. It helps make sure everything gets good and mixed together. Especially, you know, if you're having issues stirring like I was and spilling it on half the bowl. And now, this is just a little bottle. I think I found it at Walmart for like $1 or something. It's just a little condiment bottle. And we are going to pour some of the sauce in here. That will stay in the camper. And see, it's got a nice little thing at the top to help get the barbecue sauce out and keep it from spilling. So there's nice and small. You can see the pepper flakes in there. And when you go to put it on your barbecue, just squirts right out, nice and easy. Okay, so we're almost done cooking, finally. What I realized was I set the smoker too low. It's been a while since I've made any of these, but I set it at 200 and let it cook for most of the afternoon, and it was just not fast enough, so I increased the temperature up to 225, and it was still going to cook for another 6 hours. So I kept increasing it because I didn't want to stay up all night waiting on this. So as you see, the meter app is telling us that we just have 2 minutes to go before it's time. So while we wait, here's some these are some gloves that I got off of, I'm guessing my wife got them off Amazon. She gave them to me for a Christmas present. But they're insulated gloves that help you not get burned when touching the meat. And as you can see, it's now time to remove it from the heat. And there we have it. 2 nice cooked Boston butts. We're about to turn into all kinds of barbecue sandwiches. Okay, so back in the camper, and as you can see, the meter app tells us that it's ready to go. The internal temperature is going down now that we've brought it inside or back into the camper. So I'm going to let this cool down a little more, and then I'm going to pull it apart. What I like to use are these meat claws. And again, this came in the same kit as the gloves, but these let you really get in there, grab a hold of it, and pull the meat apart fairly easily. Makes it nice and easy to work with. Okay, now we're on our last step. We're just going to pull the meat apart. And this is how you get pulled pork. Alright, so now we're going to take our barbecue and fix us some sandwiches. We've done all the hard work. We got everything prepped. So now we just need to open the bag. Break it up from where it was frozen and vacuum sealed. And this will be a little easier to do once as it heats up. But I just didn't want to heat the log like that. Take the barbecue sauce that we made, give it a good shake.
I give it a light coating. Well, I'm going to squeeze it kind of hard because it's getting stuck in there. I'm going to stir up the sauce a little bit. And then, oh yes, after travel, you must fix the plate. Set it in the microwave for a couple minutes. As with anything coming out of the microwave, be careful, it's probably hot. So normally you would put these on hamburger buns, but I don't know where the hamburger bun went to. So I'm using some sub rolls that I found in the cabinet. And just put you a good helping of barbecue on there. Okay, the next step is totally optional. I like my barbecue with slaw, and I am using Foodland's slaw. Your grocery store probably makes their own if you're in the south. If you're in the north, I don't know if you can find slaw up there or not. But just add some slaw. And if you'd like to top it off with a little bit more sauce. How much sauce you put on is personal preference. And there you have it. Enjoy.